I had the idea for this topic a few nights ago when me and Anna were looking for a new candle. Shout out to all the candle owners. If you make a candle or whatever, we prefer soy, but long as it burn a long time and the fragrance kind of flow through the house. Shout out to us. Give us your company name and information on the website so we can check you out. So we were looking for a soy candle. The scent is a Nag Champus, which is like an Indian fragrance.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I told her, I was like, you should try to, try to buy black, my nigga. Try and find a black owned
Mm-hmm.
candle business to buy from and support. And her first response was, man, I'm just trying to order this real quick, da da da. It was like after 11 o'clock at night, we in bed or whatever. So I definitely understood. I was just like giving her grief, like, so just because you want it done fast and you might not be able to find it now, we got to suffer, so I'm laying it on. But that made me think, like, what are the factors to that might come into play to not buy black or not buy, but that kind of would deter you from doing that. Like earlier I was mentioning that when I search anything for black ladies especially, or black people in general,
Mm-hmm.
especially like images, you have to actually put African American natural haired woman, or whatever, to pull up any results that's going to look like me and be relevant to me. So with
Yeah.
the same thing happened when we were looking for the candle. Initially she started on Amazon, and but there's no category, no filter for you to click, black owned or whatever.
Yeah.
So she went to Google, and that's what you have to put in: black owned candle companies or candle businesses or whatever. And the very first thing that came up was just a black candle, but it was not a black owned business. So I'm wondering that's a deterrent if that's a deterrent, like the fact that it's not as easily accessible as okay, putting this into Google or going on Amazon, like there aren't any filters. So just kind of thinking like that, like what are reasons why you might not buy black as much as you want to or could, like is it accessibility or like what is it? So that's kind of where kind of where I wanted to start with all that.
Yeah, and I agree, because anything that I look up and now it's so much that you can't even use black whatever, you have to use African American.
Mm-hmm.
uh if you put in black, it's probably, like I was telling you this morning, kind of like jokingly but still serious. Even if you had put in like black owned candle or black candle, it's just literally going to show a white woman holding a black candle,
And
like
that's what
it's
happened.
to because that's how it happens. And it's, just kind of like sidebar, what kind of irritates me, and I see it a lot on Amazon, and probably because I shop a lot on Amazon, but there will be t-shirts, black girl magic, but there's a white woman wearing it. Or there's like, these Nubian, I think I sent y'all like a ton of these stuff in a group message one day,
Yeah, with the
where
white
it's
ladies and the dashikis.
yes, yes, like none of us available on this day. Like there was even like hair products, and there's a white woman, and I understand these are um stock photos and stuff, and they're just basically superimposing these items in their hand or on their body. Like I get that, but did you not have any people of color? Like that's my thing. It's like we're so limited, or kind of like at the bottom, even when it is our product.
Right.
And it is hard for, if I go online and I look for something, let's say I'm looking for a short black haircut, I do have to put a short ad, but women, white women are still going to come up. Even when I say
Yes.
short African American woman
Yes.
haircut, I still get, and I'm gonna have to assume it's there are different ways, because with my previous job, there were a lot of little tricks of the trade that I had to learn to be able to better assist customers. And one of the things is there are different ways that we should be searching for things on Google, like when to use a comma or whatever the case is. So maybe it's our actual way of searching for them, but
Mm-mm.
you literally have to put forth the effort. Like honestly, when looking for black owned stuff, you may have to go to the second page of Google. Now, don't be afraid, people. I know we never even knew that there was a second page to Google, but there you go all the way to the bottom. There's an arrow, and you can actually go to the next page. Rarely do you have to do that with anything, but sometimes you have to do that in search of our products. And I think it does limit us because, like you said earlier, we're not easily accessible. And then we kind of get lost in the shuffle of social media because the platform is used for many different things, not just even like in the groups that I was in. To me, they kind of sort of started to lose focus. And I get if we're highlighting our products to make it easier for us to support one another and easier for us to get our brand or our product out or our services out, then that's what we should be. That's what it should be. I think that's what we should keep it to. It should just be limited to that. But then, you have people requesting, follow me on Instagram, or it's like, and I get it. You want to get the business, but you're more than likely going to catch my attention with telling me that you're selling something that I need than asking me to follow you back on Instagram. Right. But I think we do need those platforms. We do need those pages and, our own websites and all these things, because, like with us, when we set up our website, we were able to put in all these different, keywords. And that is one that I put in there, African American. I also put mom, because there's those search words that you have to be aware of as well. So, there's a lot of reasons that I think we're not doing it, but I think that's one of the biggest ones, is that we can't find it. It's not easily accessible.
Right. And I want to touch on what you said about, Google, like when you got to put into Google, African American, but then still, a couple scrolls down, you're going to start seeing, a lot of shades. There is a platform. It's called, I don't want to call it the Black Google, but it's a stock picture website. And it's called nappy.co. So it's nappy.co. And it is primarily stock photos, so African American, so Black, brown people. So you can, if you need a picture for something and it's a, Black person, or if you want to see, what this, you understand what I'm saying. If you need stock photos and you prefer the, Black individuals, this is where you would go. So shout out to nappy.co, because to me, this is something I've never thought about. I've never thought about not having to say that I'm looking for a Black person, like it should just be that diverse, but but I'm sure people appreciate knowing that there is a place you can go and don't have to shuffle through, 15 pages of, people that don't look like you to get one person that do, and it probably is not a good picture or one that you, would use. So it has a variety of stock photos, and like I said, Black and brown.
I'll have to check that out, because I definitely need. I was actually just begging for help this morning on social. Well, I wasn't begging. I just simply put up a video asking for help with creating the characters for my book. But speaking of low lightheartedness with the Google search, and I think this has been around before. I'm not sure. But along the same lines of what we were talking about, over the weekend, I saw a post that was made that said they did not know who hacked Google, but if you were to search for white American doctors and select images, see what comes up, and it's nothing but Black doctors. But it's the same thing if you do white American engineers, because me, I had to try a few different things. But there's several articles out there that's explaining why it happens, and of course, to Google's defense, they basically say because when we make these things, we don't put color in there. So when you start putting color in there, that's where all these other images come up. So they're saying basically, like when they do images of couples, they don't use words like white couples. They don't, you have to specifically look for those things. So I don't feel like their response was actually an answer as to why this happened. but it's hilarious, because this is the flip side of what we're actually talking about right now, where it's like now there might be there might be little Johnny and Mary at home, wanting to pull a picture of a white
Right.
American doctor, and here I am with my dreads hanging in.
Right.
So they're going, so it's kind of like that flip side, but I don't know
Good point.
when this happened, but this just seems to be the way that it is. But I thought that was funny to kind of go along with what we're actually talking about. But on more of a serious note, it is something where we have to create our own exposure. We have to create our own platforms, or use our platforms wisely, because we're not easily accessible. There are times when I remember, even after getting the verification and all that stuff through Google, I would still Google my name, and I would still get some white guy named Charles. And
Yeah,
it was like,
I be
what?
having to look. I do. It's like, yeah,
Yes.
that's true. That's true. But I gotta do a
So,
couple thumb walks before I get there.
yes, it's like, whoo, that's not my mom. So it's like,
Mhm.
it's gotten better now, the more content we put out. And it's like, so it's just kind of like moving that way. But, we can't allow this, that's kind of like your favorite thing of the infomercials, where they overly exaggerate a simple thing like opening bread to
Oh
say,
my
now you need.
God. Yo, it's like I hate how much those make me laugh, man. Like,
I meant to send you one the other day, because I swear I thought it was a skit. I thought it was a parody
oh
of
my
these things.
God.
Real, and I kept forgetting that you're not on Facebook. So I was like, damn
Yeah.
it. I've got to find it. So I'm gonna have to go back and look for it, because it was freaking hilarious. I was like, Simone would love this. But we have to stop letting those things deter us. Like, I'm tired and I just really want to order this candle. But we have to put forth more of that effort, because the more that we're searched and the more that we are exposed, it helps us to climb up that ladder. So,
Because we need that representation. I mean, no, I didn't finish the story, so my bad. But no, so we
sorry.
did look. We did look now. I'm not gonna front. We did look and we found some black owned candle businesses on Etsy. So there actually is a
Oh,
filter
okay.
on Etsy where you can select black owned. So my bad for not
Really?
finishing. Yeah, so Etsy got the so Etsy, shout out to Etsy with the support on that, because like I said, Amazon doesn't have that as a filter. Y'all got the black movies or black story category, but
Oh,
maybe throw some black owned on there, a little fist in the air.
so
So
so on Etsy, it actually says black owned.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
That
so
is cool.
there's a filter or whatever, a category. So yeah.
Didn't know that. Definitely something that we're going to update on the website, because if you are someone that enjoys supporting, or that's a focus of yours, is to support small black businesses, or black owners, that's definitely a place to go. Because if I search for something and Etsy comes up, I go to, I'm looking for that
Yeah.
product, I go to it. But I don't have the Etsy app. I'm an Amazon person. I'm always everything Amazon. Now I do research the companies. If it's not sold by Amazon, I will do some research on the companies, and most of them are honestly foreign. Rarely do I come across anything that's here in the States. And again, it's probably the items that I'm purchasing, or maybe their prices are bad and I go to that. I don't know, but it always seems to be a foreign somebody. But this is something very good to know, so that way you have that option. And then as well, on the other side, it lets us as entrepreneurs know that this is an option that's available to you, that will help you to garner that exposure that you want for those that are looking to support black owned businesses. So that's cool. I think we definitely want to update that on the website, and on our social media pages, so people are aware that that's an option, because I
And
didn't
I
know
don't
that.
believe that you have to have the app. I think that because I know Anna doesn't have the Etsy app or whatever. So I believe just on their website also you can access the uh category of the filters, and it'll be in the filters. So
That's cool.
speaking of black owned businesses, something I aspire to be one day is a black entrepreneur. Um, so I follow a page on Instagram that's
Mm-hmm.
called Girls Who Canna, and it's Canna. So what it's
Oh,
about.
okay.
And it's a
Yeah.
black female owned company. And they actually make clothing, and the proceeds go towards releasing working on the release of incarcerated people that have
Oh, awesome.
marijuana charges.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
I
thought we would have done
actually,
way before
huh?
now, which I honestly thought we would have done way before now.
You would think,
I
right? You would think that kind
yeah,
of would be mad automatic. Nah, it's
yeah,
America. So, so as people
America.
benefiting off this now, but whatever. So yeah, after I was looking into their page and everything like that, I just decided, I'm gonna support. They got some nice crop tops and sweats, which I have on this morning. Um,
Oh,
so I
well, we
purchased
need a
these.
picture. Like,
Yeah,
send
of
me a
course.
picture.
So I actually have posted it on my Instagram already. If you're not on my Instagram, you can find my link on the website, but I will go ahead and tell you it is 3_ your dot highness 3_ but this is also on the website. So this is also on Charlese Presents. But yeah, so I did a picture on there. They have a few different options. The one that I went with were gray sweatpants, and they say blunts after blunts after blunts because
I saw that. I
so
saw
that's from
that.
Girls Who Canna. That's from Girls Who Canna. So this is my first purchase, and I have to say quality of the material is just phenomenal. I mean, very warm, very soft, very cozy, especially when, Anna has to have in the house about 50 degrees when we wake up in the morning. So, and I got them in a little bigger size so I can just pull them on and they sag just nice. And I mean, you can tell it's quality work. These are actually made to order. So, you're gonna
Oh,
wait. Yeah, so you're gonna wait for that personalization. But I mean, like I said, I'm satisfied with my product. I definitely will be purchasing again. I even like the packaging material. So, blue is my favorite color, and
really?
it was a mad light blue, made me feel real special. Got my name handwritten on the label. So I mean,
Oh,
I would definitely I would definitely support them. So that's Girls Who Can shout out to them. Word.
that's awesome. Now, this month, again, just kind of backpedaling, this month was actually my birthday. And so our intention, I know, right, girl? Be like, oh, that was today. I was telling everybody that, like, oh, that's today, just trying to be me. But
Milk it.
that's, yes, of course. So this month, the intention, and it's still, the opportunity is still there, just the feedback and the responses are coming in a little bit slower than what I anticipated. But we're trying to, or not trying to, but we're going to be highlighting not just Black essential workers for this month, but also what you've been working on, which is the homegrown heroes, or what I've been calling, because I feel I'm an urban legend, urban living
Right.
legend. So we've been wanting to get those entrepreneurs. So anyone that's out there that's interested, that wants to get their product or their services out, reach out to us,
Please,
admin
please.
at charlesepresents.com, because we have several people already lined up, but I do want to get as many people in for a quick 15-20 minute highlight of the products that you sell. And this is how we help to get each other to the next level. We do have Taja, which is my niece, my Simone's
Dirty
cousin.
Red.
Dirty Red, she's gonna kill us, but Dirty
That's
Red,
cool. That's
this
cool.
girl has been that her and her brother Marcus, my oldest sister Rhonda, her two children, they were my pre-mom days, but they gave me a lot of experience of what not to do.
Oh Lord.
Woo, those were some test dummy babies, let me tell you,
Oh my
because
God.
that's a whole another episode. I got to make sure the statute of limitations has already ran out, because
Oh my
I
gosh.
had some accidents. I mean, I was 14, 15 years old. I knew nothing about kids. I barely knew about myself. But
Yeah.
anywho, sorry, Marcus. But Taja,
Mm-mm.
that was my little baby seal. I used to call her little baby seal because she just had that
Oh
little
my
round face. She
gosh.
was so chunky. She looked like a little seal. But this girl always, there's never a picture that you could find of Taja as a little girl where she didn't have makeup just all across. Like, she's always been a diva before the word even became known to everybody in the world, before everyone started being a freaking diva, before Beyonce was a diva.
Yeah, for sure.
This 12 years old walking in heels. I'm probably younger than that. That's just when I saw her in some white, I don't know if they were leather or suede or whatever they were, but she had some white thigh-high boots. And this girl was like 12 and she was working these shit. And I just remember thinking, I want to punch you, first of all, because you can walk in these shit. It's like, but where did you find these in your size? Because she is so tiny, she's smaller than me. But she's always been this person. She's always been for fashion and glamour, and being able to see her live in that, in her natural element. She is so, like, when you go to Auntie Rhonda's house, like, her room is the disaster area, has always been, but now it's like a beautiful chaos that's there, because she has all of her makeup there. She has all of her products there. She makes her own line, and it's called Color Metage. She's available on Instagram as well as Facebook. She has a website. Definitely going to update that information, but I'm not going to say too much because we are going to get her on for an interview, and hopefully have Simone to do a video so you guys will be able to actually see the work that she does, because she's available in the Jacksonville, Yulee, probably like Camden County in Georgia area, because she's actually a makeup artist as well. And you know, it's been a connecting piece for us again, where it's no longer just calling the check on Dirty Red, or, you know, calling her my micro niece. It's like, now, like, this is the businesswoman that I know her to be now. And it's like, oh, wow. Like, you, like, I asked her the other day, I was like, is your email address still bad, bitch? And she was like, no, because I'm grown now, but I'm still one. So I was
Go ahead, girl.
I'm like, go ahead, Dirty Red. But definitely going to get her on, let you guys see some work that she does. And this is what, when we have platforms available to help to lift one another, this is definitely the route that we have to take. Because as we can see, going to Google or Bing, if anybody even uses Bing, but going to these places and searching for us is not there. But we're here. You know, whether it's your Facebook page and you're resharing people's information or products, and I do it every day, all day. And there are times when I would get a text message or inbox and they'll say, you don't bake anymore? I'm like, yeah, I do bake. Oh, because I saw you sharing that girl's stuff. Okay, yeah, but I don't bake 24/7. Like, why can't we all eat? Like, I'm always going to support the next artist or the next creator, because we all need that. Like, I'm never going to, I have a friend, shout out to Derek Seeley. He is sat in on 2 episodes with us on this podcast, and he actually just released his very first podcast episode this morning. And it's straight talk. I know, right? And he's like, oh, I'm nervous. Boy, if you don't get your ass out there and do what you meant to do, like,
talk to the people, Derek.
Exactly. Just talk about it. So, you know, that's my thing. If I can help anybody in any way, especially us, because there truly is a time where we have to realize that we are all that we have. So we have to uplift and motivate and move us along. Like, nobody's going to leave you behind. Stop feeling like somebody's going to leave you behind if you share something with them. Just like that meme that floats around. You go into a freaking grocery store, how many brands of fucking bread do you see? Like, I mean, like, you have the opportunity to do the exact same shit that somebody else is doing, but you do it with your flair and your style. Somebody's going to fall in love with that. Somebody else is going to love them, but you going to get your fan base. You going to get your own clientele. You can't go nowhere standing on somebody else's neck. You can't do that. You know, there's
myself of that sometimes, because it is, you know, when you already see these established, like I said, you know, Black entrepreneur in the making. So when I do see, you know, successful Black entrepreneurs, you know, male, female, whoever, kids, because, you know, just right here, we got some kids that, you know, they got the lemonade and stuff that they sell, the fresh squeezed juice or whatever that they do, the sisters. So, you know, of course, you know, I'm a support, I'm a share how I can, you know, but I've always been the person that where I feel that I'm never where I'm supposed to be as far as success. You know, I always feel like, okay, I should be doing more, I can be doing more. So it is a constant motivation, and I have to remind myself not to feel discouraged when I do see, okay, dang, like when I was doing the resin trays and stuff and the ashtrays and stuff, I was like, dang, now all of a sudden I'm seeing so many people that do this. Like, and to me, they stuff looks so much better. Like, ain't nobody really gonna mess with mine. You know, let me just stop. You know, it's like I have to remind myself, like, exactly what you just said. Yeah, there's a bunch of different options, but that's what it's supposed to be. Like, what's gonna, you
Yeah,
do have your
because
own individuality, so
imagine
that'll
you
set you
going into
apart.
the store and they saying you have to buy this one soda right here. Can you imagine having to go in the store and buy that one fucking soda or that one juice
No.
or that one loaf of bread? Like that was your only option. But it's good to have, and it motivates you. Because if you feel like your stuff could be better, let it be based off of what it is that you're doing. And
Right.
the reason you're seeing so many of them is because you're probably looking up YouTube stuff or Google, or you're probably following stuff. So now you're going to see it more of it because your phone is just watching every fucking thing you do. So now
Hmm.
it sees that you're looking at these things or you're searching for these things or purchasing these things. Like right now with this whole stomach issue I have, that's all I see on Facebook now. It's like, oh, got ulcers? Yeah, bitch, leave me alone. But I actually put something in the cart at Xfinity the other day, and now I'm seeing, do you want to finish what you put in the cart? Like, can y'all
Oh
leave me
my
alone?
God, you buy it.
But it's like you do because I'm the same way too. I'm just like, oh fuck, so not everybody got a damn podcast. It's like
Right.
so it's like, but oh, I joined this group, so that's why I'm seeing it. And sometimes those things can be a bit overwhelming, like the author groups that I'm in. Everybody's like, oh, have you worked on your outlines today? I managed to get in 14,000 words, and I'm like, bitch, I haven't written in 4 months. Like, what the fuck? Like, so sometimes we have to pull back and just focus and do our thing. It's good to see, and I don't ever really refer to someone as competition, and not necessarily even just for myself, but for anyone. That's just somebody else that's doing what it is that I do. We're in the same
Oh yeah, I'm
industry.
not saying, yeah, I'm not saying competition at all. To me, like I said, I do purposely go and follow these things, like I say, just to, if nothing else, support and get our
Yeah,
representation out there. But it is also constant motivation, regardless of, oh, I'm seeing it and, oh, okay, I can definitely be in, I'm gonna definitely be in that group one day. I'm definitely gonna be on top of that, just like how she is or whatever. Um, it's anything to push. So
yeah. And with everything it is that we're saying, one thing that I do want to, that's more kind of like from the consumer end of it. Us as Black business people, entrepreneurs, whatever, we have to understand that a lot of times our people are going over to others because of us. We're not going to support you just because you're Black alone. We're still looking for the
mhm.
customer service. We're still looking for competitive pricing, which for me personally, I always have a if something normally costs $25, I have a increase already in my head that I'm going to pay because I know that you're making this at home, and I
Right.
respect home stuff. I respect the person, the personalization of the item, like you said with your clothing. It's like, that's when, yeah, you could have went into Walmart and got some gray sweats for $3 or whatever, but no, you want this personal touch. You respect that because you are that person too. So I'm always willing to pay a bit more, but I also want to pay for the quality. I
Right.
also want to pay for the accuracy of what it is that I've requested. I also expect to have it in a timely manner. I'm not going to
Right.
support you just because you're Black. That's not going to happen because I
Yeah,
work for my money, and I work
for
to
sure.
almost 24 hours a day, 7 damn days a week for my money. So I'm not going to support you alone because you're Black, or even if you have an opportunity for someone to come to you and say, hey, pull you aside and say, I purchased this, I purchased that. Perfect example of why it pisses me off sometimes that people feel we should just support because they're Black. I went into this wing place, not going to give the name, went into this local wing place because, again, try to support Black owned. So I do this Google search at work, felt like some wings. Okay, great. These people sell them. I'm going to go and get this. I'm at work. It tells me it's going to take 25 minutes. Sure. I get there in 35, maybe 40, because that's me. I'm standing there, I'm waiting. One young lady's on her phone. They're in the kitchen doing whatever it is that they're doing. People are sitting in the dining room in the waiting area. Uh, Boxes are on the counter. So I walk up to ask, thinking, assuming, because, I'm about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes beyond when y'all told me this was going to be ready, that this is one of these boxes have to be mine. They weren't. They didn't even pull my order yet. So now there's a 25-minute wait for a 20-minute wait that I have to wait to get this food. So now at this point, I'm about to be late back to work. I have an attitude. So I get this food and with an attitude because obviously I'm not happy right now. And it's not like I'm in there, oh my God, let me see a man. Like it's down to that. It's just, yeah, I did place this order online because I'm on my lunch break and blah, blah, blah. You know, because I'm going to give you that feedback the same way I would want to receive that feedback of any products or services of mine are not to your liking, even if it's a personal thing, even if you just personally don't like this, but you're just in general, just fucking this experience up right now. So I get this food with attitude. I get in the car. I'm just concerned right now. Let me just get back to work on time because when I return to work, somebody else has to go home or go to lunch or whatever. So let me go ahead so I'm not inconveniencing this person. So I get to work, pop open the top, not even my food. Not even my food. So not only is it not my food, it's something that I would eat. The quality, the wings, I think I bought like 8 wings. They all could damn near fit in the palm of my hand. One fucking hand. I was so upset. Mainly probably upset because one, I paid for this shit. I'm so fucking hungry. And the fact that you're a black owned business, I want you to thrive. I want you to put every fucking Buffalo Wild Wing out there, or Wild Wing Cafe or whatever. I want you to put them bitches to shame. I want you to rise so far, but you can't do it like this. So I call back, not necessarily even for my money because that's spent. But I call back to get feedback and she gets an attitude. She gets an attitude. She tells me that's what's wrong with black people now. What? Oh. No, what's wrong with black people that own a business is that they feel we should support them regardless of the quality of the food or service that we're receiving because they're black. So now at this point, I do want my money back. And if you can, throw in something for the inconvenience of this entire situation because now I have to come back and get my money because as you told me, you can't refund online. Like, why? Like, these are not the experiences that we are going to support because regardless of the color of your skin, we still work for our money. And let's be real, being an African American, we're probably working just as fucking hard to get our fucking money. And if we're going to spend it in your store or with your services and your products, it needs to be worth our while. Give us a reason to be able to support you. I would love to make anytime before I purchase anything, I always look to see if there's someone on Facebook or Instagram or whatever that's selling this or doing this. And I try to support it. Do I make all of those decisions all the time? Of course not, because on a grander scale, I still understand that a lot of African Americans were working these jobs. So I'm not going to always get the backyard mechanic to change my oil because, yeah, Jiffy Lube has to stay in business too because there's a lot of me that works there. There's a lot of black women and black men that work there. We want them to stay in business. I get it. But when I do make that decision, I want to be confident enough that I'm making the correct decision of where I'm spending my money. So the support is definitely there. And if you're proud of your product and you're proud of your services, definitely bombard every fucking platform you have. I know y'all get tired of seeing me, but guess what? There's an unfollow button. You can mute my ass because it's never going to stop. Only time I'm not going to promote or highlight myself or any other entrepreneur of color out there is if I have the inability to do so. Like if I cannot do it, then I'm not going to do it. But if I can, y'all will see this shit all day long. Because if we don't do it, who else will?
Yeah, like I said, we really need that representation. And speaking of you know, like you said, standing behind your product and quality of work. So when you said that, I'm plugging all through this, but I'm plugging. So I want to give a shout out to Miss Gloria. She is from South Carolina. She here. So Miss Gloria from Glorious Creations. As this COVID is you know, we getting through the COVID and everything, I want to ask y'all to support her because she is a strong black. She's funny. She's hilarious and she's so nice. She's very professional. She's good people. But on top of that, she does custom work. All of her work is done by hand. You know, she's basically a one-woman operation. But you can get her mask and you can get masks, bonnets, you can get custom steering wheel covers. Like she does it all, like earrings, everything. the scarves, like I said, I think I said bonnets or whatever earlier, blankets. I mean, everything that you can think. Everything. Dudes, for the dudes, you can get the bow ties. So, but like I said, with COVID, we, really want to support getting everybody to wear a mask. So get your
Yes,
custom made
damn it.
mask from Miss Gloria. She is on Instagram, Gloria's Creations. You can't miss her. Shout out to you, Miss Gloria, doing your thing. She is doing her thing.
All of these companies that we've already mentioned, we're going to make sure that we go through and we update the website. And I apologize. And then I just talk shit about people not being thorough on and and let me go ahead and cut me a piece of this humble pie I'm about to choke on. Because I've not done my best in updating the website. I really have.
I'm slack.
But please understand, and this is no excuse, but I swear I probably sleep 4 hours a night, and I'm doing way too much crap. Like, not crap, but I'm doing a lot. And
yeah, she work hard. Give it up for her.
I do. I really
job. She just hit 40. Well, you hit 24.
40,
and that's 40, hard, that's hard.
That's
okay, my bad. 25, my bad. And that's hard to maintain nowadays. So I mean, baking between the writings, if you've been seeing the erotica out there, it's like, she do got a lot going on, and the website hasn't been updated. Not so much on her part, but I'm not gonna say I'm so slack, but I got school full time also. So we're definitely getting there. This is new to us. Bear with us, but we do want to hear from y'all. So we're gonna make sure to get all the listeners and supporters and businesses and companies and entrepreneurs listed. So we can support because we got to get our representation out there.
Yes, we do. We have to show our support for one another, and we have to make sure that we are creating our world. We can't sit back and accept the excuses of that the world has given to us. I'm just always a strong believer in I don't want to sit at nobody's goddamn table. I'm gonna make my own. I don't want to walk your path. I'm gonna make my fucking own. Like, I'm gonna pave my way. And it's all about taking those steps. And once you've done it and people recognize your work and they recognize the passion that you have for it, those that understand and those that don't harbor anything, because some people just got fucked up spirits, but those that don't, and they yes, you're going to have that support there. And a lot of groups that I'm in, and I don't want to get too much into it because it's actually a thing that I'm going to be doing, and that's another thing where I keep coming up with these things. But there's a lot of ways for us to grow and support one another. And we have to start doing that. And it's vital for the success of us as a people. I've never ever thought of anything else than making it in whatever fashion and making it about us. Saying I'm going to not include people of different races or ethnicity, I would be lying. But the highlight and the brand is and always will be what I am. I only know how to be a Black woman. And that's the only thing that I can speak on, and the only thing. So, I know sometimes people, because I do have white acquaintances, and I know that, sometimes on Facebook, they probably roll in their eyes like, this bitch and this Black girl rock thing, this bitch and this Black girl magic shit. What the fuck else am I? Like, yeah, I can just say girl or whatever, but I don't want to. Like, it's like, I feel I need to specify this because you need to know how the fuck I'm coming. So I don't have a problem with people feeling that way, but I know who this is geared towards. And you have to understand that we do need that support. We do need that, that helps to drive us. That truly helps to drive us to get up or to only sleep 4 hours a night, because somebody's waiting to read the next thing, or somebody's looking to laugh at the next video. So, that support and that encouragement definitely is as simple as hitting the share button. If you can't do any goddamn else for these people, if you don't even want to buy nothing, listen, there's another young lady that I have, and I'm writing her name down because I got sick a few weeks ago, was a little under the weather, and we had to cancel her interview, so we have to get her rescheduled. But she does Pampered Chef. Now look, I am nowhere at Pampered Chef salary. at this moment in time. I have, my bills are minimal, but the projects are kind of expensive. So the money that I put out go mainly towards my dreams and my goals. And they don't really suit for Pampered Chef or Scentsy or any of those places just yet. But I see y'all. I see y'all and I support y'all. That's why I hit the share button. That's all I got to give right now is the share button. And if that's all you got, because even if it doesn't interest you, it may interest somebody in your timeline. You have to understand we have hundreds and thousands of friends, and I'm air quoting here, but you are reaching all these people. And I understand how the algorithm and all this stuff works, because I swear I talk to the same 10, 15 people every freaking day on Facebook. So I get it. But they need that support. They need that encouragement. You don't know how great it feels to see that someone shared your stuff or even liked it or commented. That's so important when you're out here and you're sharing a part of yourself, whether it's writing or a song or the resin trays, anything, because you took your time, your money, and this is a part of you that you're sharing with people. And that is a scary thing. That's scary as shit. Like, you know, and so you respect that enough and understand enough just to hit the fucking share button. Even if you don't have Pamper Chef money, if you don't have Scentsy money, if you don't have Herbalife money, whatever all these other things is that people are selling, go ahead and hit the share button. Tell somebody about it. Like that one thing that you do could be that one thing that makes a huge fucking difference in that person's life. So support. Like if we do nothing else, but this month, and I'm glad that we had this conversation, because this month we're definitely going to see a lot of people from our essential workers. We got truck drivers, sanitation workers, all these people that, you know, we talked a lot about the doctors and the nurses, the ones that's on the front line. And I get that. And we got to give our hats off to all these people. I'm not trying to minimize them at all, but we also have to understand those people that's behind the scenes. Like just even in the hospitals, the janitors, the cafeteria workers, like these people, these are truly the ones that's making this shit go round. And
Right.
we need to remember that, and we need to highlight that, and we need to give them the recognition that they truly deserve, not just now that COVID's whooping our ass, but even after the fact, of not looking down on these people once this has passed. Too many people turn their nose up at people that have to wear gloves and carry a mop or a water bucket for their job. And these are the people that's making your world go around. These are the people that's keeping you safe. These are the people that's making sure that your family and your friends are going to see the next fucking day. Because if they don't show up to work and that hospital continues to be infested and infected and not clean, then what happens when your safe place is no longer a safe place? You know, my ex-husband is a retired garbage man for 28 years, and now he's back again as a garbage man. He came out of retirement because he truly loves what he do. He wanted to be a garbage man his entire life, and this nigga has done it. Not once, but twice. And it's like, I remember Big Daddy to every fucking body. But anyway, but my ex-husband, this was his dream, and he loved this, and he did this. And I remember when we had kids, and or even when I was pregnant, he would come and pick me up in the trash truck, and I was like, "What the?" Not for a date, but you know, if we're going to lunch, or he is, or you know, he's taking me to work, or a doctor appointment, or whatever the case was. And I remember not necessarily feeling embarrassed, but it was like, oh shit, I'm in a garbage truck. Like, but it was like, now it's like you realize like that's not a badge of shame. Like, you know, this man is really, you're helping to keep the world safe. You know, imagine not having a trash man. Can you imagine trash not being picked up?
No, I have to imagine that's extremely disgusting. I've seen pictures and stuff, and I can't even imagine how that rocks. But yeah, I remember being dropped off to school, middle school, inside the trash truck, and just being like, and Joe, you know, Joe don't care. Oh, you want me to get out and open the door for you? Like, well, you supposed to be embarrassed. He pull up to the front, you know, come in with the buses. He don't care. But nah, shout out for real, because I know it's, you know, there's definitely, I'm glad that he does have that passion and actually be wanting to do that, because you don't realize until you get older. In that moment, you are just why he had to drop me off right here now. Like, look at all these
Yeah.
seniors and stuff right here, and why he is doing me like this, and it's a mad embarrassing, whatever. But nah, I always give credit where it's due, and mad props to Joe for real, and all the sanitation workers. I mean, everybody that's doing their part.
Yeah, because it's those little things that we don't think about, that we kind of sort of take for granted, like the grocery store workers, and it made me cringe at the ad. And I understand tensions are high, but I can't. For me, there's never an excuse for disrespect. Never. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. There's never an excuse for disrespect. And I don't know how many people I saw get yelled at and talked down to and just degraded and demeaned because you are upset because you can only get two packs of tissue, or there's no paper towels. That, like, are you not paying attention to what the fuck's going on? You're really in here yelling at the 17-year-old kid who probably just started her first fucking job 2 seconds ago, because you can only get 2 rolls of tissue because you probably already got 32 at home. Like, cut it the fuck out. And pack on some patience and fucking common sense. Put the common sense before the patience, because if you don't got common sense, you won't have sense enough to have some patience. But have common sense, decency, and fucking patience when you're out here and you're having to deal with these companies and these employees, because they are going through a lot. And I know I've not, other than the fact of being quarantined or being tested for COVID, I haven't missed any time from work other than now, because I got the ulcer babies growing inside. But other than that, through this whole thing, I didn't miss a beat. The only thing that was that stopped for me was going to the gym. I couldn't go to the gym until one day I walked into the grocery store and every cashier looked stressed the fuck out. And it wasn't until I actually started walking through the aisles that I got it. It hit me like there was nothing on the shelves. And before I could even leave out the parking lot, I had to text all my truck driving friends. How are you? Because it hit me that if there's nothing on the shelves, that means these men are out there not working. These people that normally provide for their families are not working. They can't get to those warehouses to get the stuff to put back on these shelves. That's somebody's job. And it's like, it goes a lot deeper than just yourself. And sometimes when we're walking out that door, we have to realize these things. And, you take it light because you can only get 2 rolls of paper towel or whatever the case may be. Or, because I was kind of upset. I couldn't find steak for weeks. And, that's like the only damn meat I eat. And I couldn't find steaks. I was actually going to Longhorn and buying raw, freaking uncooked steaks from the so I could go home and cook it because you couldn't find it in the store. But when I actually saw this for myself, and then it made me realize of all my truck driving friends that I do have, that, and I'm messaging these guys like, how are you? Like, how's business? Like, what? And then things are slow. I'm pretty much driving around, locally today. So, they're either not working or they're not getting paid what they would normally pay. So these are things that we have to keep in mind while we're out here dealing with this COVID. And while you're out here dealing with this COVID, please contact Gloria from Gloria Creations and get you a goddamn mask. There's no fucking reason for you to be outside without a damn mask on. No reason. And I understand people say this chick that's wanting to charge people with manslaughter or attempted manslaughter, it may seem a bit extreme, but tell me where she's lying. Tell me where she's lying when this shit is literally killing people. Like, you have to protect not just yourself, but other people as well. And if you're walking out, you don't know what the fuck if you're positive or if you're negative, because some people don't have symptoms. And you want to argue and fuss and fight with these workers and people in the store that do not have on a freaking mask. You don't understand that you are probably putting yourself and that person's life in danger. Like, come the fuck on. It's not that serious. Wear the fucking mask. Y'all, everyone is shouting they don't want to wear this, but you also claim that you're such law-abiding citizens. Put the fucking mask on. Like, no one's asking you to stand outside or run around the fucking heat for 24 hours a day with the damn mask on. When you go into the store, put the shit on. When you walk out, take the bitch off. That's it. We don't give a. You can go lick doorknobs after that. Nobody gives a fuck. Just put your fucking mask on. That's all. I'm just saying. But what we are going to do is make sure we got a lot of information in today, and a lot of things that we are definitely going to do our part and update on that website. I'm going
And
to
I
do
just
it.
want to give her, I want to give, because I know she listening, I want to give a shout out to Viola Davis. She turned 55 yesterday,
Yes,
55 years young. She's from
yes.
South Carolina. Also, she be doing her thing in every
Oh,
way. So shout out
did
to
you see
Viola
that
Davis, because like
Viola
I say, I know
purchased,
you listening.
Viola, as a matter of fact, you said that, and Viola purchased the plantation in which she was born on here in South Carolina.
Yeah, I
She
saw, so I'm shouting her out. Go ahead.
it's like Viola, yes, and like you said, we know she's listening. And I'm pretty sure Michael Scott is too. But we know that she's listening, and definitely happy birthday to her. I love everything about this woman, even if I don't care for the movie type. I love everything that she does, and I'm always hanging on to it. And she's amazing to me. So definitely happy birthday to her. And she's not 51; she's 55.
I said 55. I said
Oh, I'm
55
sorry.
young.
Oh, I thought you said 51. Yeah, she's 55. She's actually from St. Matthews, South Carolina. So yeah, so yesterday she actually purchased the plantation on in which she was born on, and she did that for her birthday. So that's pretty freaking awesome. And when you guys speak of goals, that's one of them. That's definitely one of them right there. So that's
Word.
freaking amazing. That's awesome. So I would definitely like to thank you guys, Simone and I. Well, sorry, KayyD and I. Well, I'm going to change that. I will go ahead and update the information on the website. So we're going to make sure that we include all those things like the Etsy allowing the filters, the girls who can IG, along with what was it, the nappy.co, and then definitely Miss Gloria and Color Me Taj. You'll see all that information updated. And you guys, please stay tuned and look for more information to come this month in regards to our urban living legends. That's right, we're going to be highlighting our essential workers as well as our Black entrepreneurs. So if you're interested or you know someone that you would like to be presented on the show, please contact us at charlesepresents.com, or you can find us on one of our many social media pages between myself and Miss KayyD here, as well as you can email us at charlesepresents@gmail.com, as well as admin@charlesepresents.com. I have to remember all these things. But we want to thank you guys again for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing you soon. You guys be safe.
Peace. Shout out to Ireland again.
Yes, Ireland. Hey guys, again, and as usual, this is Charlese. Didn't really intend to do an outro to this because we pretty much covered that, but I just wanted to remind you guys and provide you with some information here, just in case we did not cover it on the episode there. Please make sure that you're reaching out. We want to make sure that we can fill as many essential workers and especially our entrepreneurs. And so that way you can get that exposure that whatever we have, we want to be able to share with someone. Even if only 3 people listen and only 3 people hear about you, that's 3 more than what you would have had if you didn't come on and talk about yourself. Brag up yourself, pat yourself on the back. I do it every damn day. Reach out to us. I'm Charlese Boogie Milford on Facebook, or Charlese Milford. You can always just go to our website, charlesepresents.com, and reach out to us, whether it's for yourself or for someone that you know. Just help us to help you. We'll be more than happy. There's no compensation. We don't charge you, and we're not looking to be paid. Just reach out. We want to help you guys as much as we can. I just wanted to come back and say thank you guys for everything again. Have yourself a wonderful evening. This was part 2 of KayyD's selection, and we hope that you guys enjoy. Have yourself a great night, and of course, and always, please be safe.